slowly on your back. You can adjust the towel or blanket or bolster underneath the shoulders so that when you come all the way down, you feel those shoulder heads drop on the opposite side of whatever you're using under the shoulder blades. Let's start in supine Baddha Konasana by bringing the soles of the feet together, allowing the knees to fall wide. Again, if you feel any strain in the inner thighs this early in the morning, support underneath the thighs with your blocks or a pillow so that you can just allow the weight of the legs to rest. Hand to the belly, hand to the heart. A moment to just close down the eyes, soften the face, soften the jaw. Really allow the shoulders to melt down and away. Bringing your focus to the weight of the hips. So with the chest lifted, very passive back bend here in the lumbar spine. Maybe now just extend the hands down to rest right on those inner thighs. And maybe bring a little bit of buoyancy here by just rocking the hips, rocking those knees side to side, just feeling into the low back here. Today's hips and hammies, so we're going to stretch them out a little bit. Everything's connected, so low back and core, quads, hamstrings, inner thighs. Good. Come back to a still position. Take a full deep breath in through the nose. Pause the breath as you fill up completely. And then let that breath go nice and slow out of the nose. Allowing the body to completely melt here. Roll over onto one side. Remove your props. Keep that block up at the top of the mat if you'd like to use it for lunges in just a bit. And take the blanket off to the side. Full body stretch here, fingers away from toes. Make it feel good all the way, just like you were waking up. And again, here, add some movement by shifting a hip bone down and a shoulder tip up, and take it on the other side. So just kind of stretching through the spine and the side body. And then release that and draw the right knee into the chest. Give it a squeeze into, almost like you're sending it to the soft tissue under the arm. And as it's squeezed in, maybe pick up the shoulders and the head and draw them towards the knee. Then release everything down, extend the right leg long, and draw the left knee in. Give it a squeeze in, beginning to open up the back of the glutes. Take a big breath in as you draw the belly in. And again here, maybe lift the shoulder blades off of the mat. Bring the chin or the nose towards the knee. Inhale, re-extend long. Both arms and legs extend overhead. And then bend into the knees. Bring the heels close to the sit bones. Pick up that left foot and just bring it over onto the right thigh. Make sure that you flex through that left foot to help engage all the muscles to protect the knee. And as you arrive here, bring the fingertips of the left hand gently into the inner thigh, just to help assist the knee away from the body. This is a big stretch into the frontal hip flexors and wrapping around to the side. So we take it nice and easy. We breathe into it with breath so we don't go into this fight or flight mode. Everything relaxes with the exhale. Release the hand. Let that knee come across the body toward that right shoulder. Maybe even a little assist using the right hand to the outside of the knee. Let it draw across the body. Let that left hip roll up with it. So here, maybe now you feel a stretch deeper into the glute, wrapping around the hip. And then release that, send the knee back, fingertips to the inner thigh, press it away. So working between both of these now, the front of the hip and the back of the hip. Draw that knee in across the body towards that right shoulder, and then send it back. And we'll do this twice more. If you notice it feels better in one position or the other, again, allow yourself to stay there, breathe, and enjoy it. Nice. Coming back to that figure 4 position, release the hands. Here, use the power of the hips to pick up the leg structure and draw it in towards the belly. When you arrive here, flexing through both feet, interlace around that right hamstring. Use that belt if you're seeing that you're drawing your shoulders up, and use the elbow to help prop the left knee away. As you draw the knees in, soften the belly, soften the breath. Begin to rock a little side to side. A bigger rock than you normally would rock, so that almost the left sole of the foot comes down closer to the side of the mat, and then rock yourself back. And then on your next rock, where that sole is coming close to the foot, let it fall all the way over. Release any clasp that you have. Let it fall over so that the foot is secure either onto a block or your bolster or the floor. I like to take my right hand around the ankle to hold that ankle down. And again, here, instead of using my hand to press the knee away, I engage the muscles in the hip to send my knee up towards the ceiling, beginning to feel that whole opening into the hip. Pause at that place where you feel the sensation and take 2 nice full deep breaths. Nice. Release the ankle. If you have the ankle, use your core, draw it all back up to center, and then flip it over to the other side nice and easy. You'll find your left ankle on the outside of the right thigh. Adjust that bottom foot up or down so that you can use the weight of that ankle to draw the right knee down closer to the mat. A stretch now into the other hip, all the way down the outside of the thigh to the knee. Maybe taking the left arm overhead, resting on the back of the hand. So stretching through those left fingertips, finding this nice stretch here now from the hip through the ribs, soft tissue under the arm, all the way to the fingers. 2 nice full deep breaths. Use your core now. Draw that hand back down. Lift the knees back to center. Let out so you'll both hip bones supported on the mat. And then unravel. Take the feet wide. Take a little bit of the windshield right and left. And then walking the feet back in, we'll switch sides. So this time picking up that right ankle, placing it on the left thigh, flexing that right foot. Fingers lightly inside the right thigh to send the knee away from the body. Coming just to that point where you feel an opening, a stretch through the front and the side of the hip, and you pause there. On your next breath, release the fingers and let's draw that knee across the midline now towards that left shoulder. Let that right hip roll with it. So you're getting this nice stretch through the whole back of the glutes. And then send it back, knee away from the body, fingers into the inner thigh, press it away. So working between these two stretches, draw that knee in and across the body. Maybe the hands help draw it towards that shoulder. Pause and feel the stretch there. And send it back, knee away from the body. And last time, across the body. Maybe here, even taking that left hand around to the outside of that thigh to deepen that stretch. And then release and take it back to that figure four. Again, if a strap is helpful for you here, use the strap. Take the in-breath as you draw the belly in and up, and leg structure comes in towards the body. So once it arrives, both feet flexed, go ahead, interlace around the hamstring, or again, the strap is available. Draw everything in, soften the shoulders and the face, and notice your breath. Working right into the hip, right side this time. Belly's in, nice and soft, and then begin that rock. So as you rock along the sacrum, rocking a little bit deeper so that right sole of the foot, it doesn't come down, it just kind of hovers to the side, and then we take it back. So we're beginning to coax again the right hip to just kind of stretch and move and play. And then the next time that sole of the foot is close to the floor or block, go ahead and let it come all the way down. Again, I use my left hand to wrap around the ankle. Shoulders are nice and soft on the mat. So once you secure the foot down, send the knee away from the body. Big stretch here. If it feels good here, again, you can allow that knee to fall in and press back, or you can just hold in stillness. Either one, whatever feels good into the hip. And then we'll release that ankle. We'll draw the leg structure back up, resettle those sit bones nice and level, and then let the whole structure fall over to the other side. Adjust that bottom foot by just sliding on the big toe side. Left knee comes down closer to the mat using the weight of that right ankle. Stretching here through that IT band, hip to the knee. Maybe you take the left arm overhead, reach through the fingers. So nice big stretch. That muscles around that hip, one's heading down in the stretch, one's coming up through the ribs, all the way through the soft tissue to the fingers. Take a nice full deep breath here. And let it go. Circle the arm back down, use your core, draw in the leg structure back to neutral, level out the hips. Release the ankle, draw the knees in, take your hands on top, make big circles here. We're gonna rock those knees out to the side, down on the mat as you roll into the tailbone, and back into the chest as you roll up the spine. So feel that nice massage on the whole back line here. Reverse it. Opening up the hips to the, as you knees to the side. Good. And then squeeze in, give yourself a hug, maybe pick up that chin one more time. And then release, roll over to one side. Make your way to all fours. So on your all fours, set yourself up, shoulders over wrists, hips over the knees. Flow a cat and a cow, lower that belly as you lift the heart and the tail. Feel that nice stretch through the front of the body. And then as you press into the palms and tuck the chin and tuck the tail, just feel into the whole length of the spine. Take maybe two more. And then press into your hands and tuck your toes under. Lift your hips high to the ceiling first, and then begin to sink the hips back as you begin to lower through the heels. So bringing the heels close to the mat. Again, belly is in and you're letting that head just hang. Begin to feel the length from the heel through the Achilles, the calf, to the hamstring. Press into those hands down and away so the weight is out of the wrists and the chest comes closer to the thighs and intensifies the stretch there. Nice. Taking a step inward with that left foot, lowering the heel, lift the right leg up towards the ceiling, three-legged dog. Take a bend into that knee. Let the foot fall back towards the hips and just circle through that hip joint, nice and slow. Take it the opposite way. And then re-extend the leg, press through those hands, like you could press them to the top of your mat. Good, and then return, right foot meets the left. Left leg extends up, right heel comes down. So this isn't about the extension of the left leg. It's about finding the length in the back of the right. So as you extend the leg up, see what you're feeling in the back of the right leg, calf and hamstring. Then bend into that left knee, let that foot fall towards the hip and begin circling here. And change it up, send it the opposite way. And re-extend, three-legged dog. And slowly lower the foot down to meet the right. Press through the hands again. See if you can sink the heels any lower. Then come up onto the balls of the feet, look at your thumbs and walk up to the top of the mat, forward fold. Forward fold, let the arms just dangle. Maybe roll through the wrists, get some of the movement in there. Good, belly is in. So taking a nice full deep breath in, we're gonna pick up the left foot, take it behind the right. Pinky toes don't have to touch, but that's the idea. So the left foot is right next to the right knee is bent, the left knee is straight or micro bend. Don't hyperextend. Let the body fall over the thighs. Notice where you feel the stretch here. Full deep breath in. Slow breath out. Release. Left foot comes back. Switch sides. Right foot swings around the left. If you can center up the pinky toes, please do so. This time, left knee bends. Right leg is straight with a micro bend in the knee. Body is heavy over the thighs. Head just dangling. Take a nice full deep breath. And on the exhale, bring the right foot back next to the left. Good. Walk the fingertips back towards the feet, bend the knees, press into the feet, roll your way all the way up to stand. Lift the arms up towards the ceiling. Nobody can see me here. Good. I'm going to adjust this. So stretch up towards the ceiling. A little bit better. Good. And then drop your hands down towards your side. So I'm going to turn this way so you can see me. Standing up nice and tall, draw the belly in. We're going to shift the weight into the right foot. Bend your left leg and bring it up behind you. So see if you can grab with both hands either side of the foot. Again, if you have the strap out, bring the strap around the top of the foot, holding onto the strap. So shoulders are nice and soft. Right leg is engaged like heck to hold you up. But I'd like you to feel the quad stretch here in the front of the left thigh. Take 2 more rounds of breath. Helps to keep your gaze on something in front of you. 1 more. Now, from here, press the foot into the hands. So straighten those arms back behind you. And then release gently and come back down. Shake the legs out. Shift the weight into the left. Find your focal point. Bend into the right knee. Reach back, either using a strap. Bring the heel towards the glutes. Pausing there. So both knees may be in line. Begin to feel the stretch through the quad on the right side. Full breath. Then press that foot into the hands. And then release nice and easy. Shake out the legs. Good. Keep the big toe mounds together. Sink the hips all the way down as you bring the hands down to the mat. Separate the knees. So I kind of look like a little bit of a frog here. Big toe mounds are together. Knees are wide. Hands are right inside the knees. Walk it forward. So let the belly fall between the legs. Keep the head right in line with the spine. Send those knees as wide as you can. And then walk the hands back forward so that you can sit right down on your mat. Cross the legs in front of you. Rock on the sit bones. Find that equal distribution of weight and sit up nice and tall. Draw the belly in. Hands come to prayer. Close down the eyes. Such a big muscle group, our hip joint. And we equate that, as you hear me say a lot, with our human junk drawer. Just that place where we put everything we don't know how to deal with. So sometimes to get in there really deep helps to loosen and find some more space. Take a nice full deep breath in. And on your exhale, we'll all say namaste.